Oh, I need to tell you something I overheard earlier as well.
Oh yeah? Are we allowed?
It's so gross outside. It just hailed. It's been raining on and off, and I've had computer work to do, so I haven't been doing any of the heavy lifting or the sawing, but it's so cute to see Peter and Auntie Deen working out there together and getting to spend like quality time together, because I don't think they've had one-on-one quality time. It's hailing. Is Auntie Deen still out there?
Yeah, she's trying to solve the dog sores in front of her.
Backing on you?
Just the wood's really wet.
That's what she said!
Our Auntie Deen flew in just over a week ago to come and take care of our little country cottage while we visit our family in Canada, and also to pup sit our dogs.
So Auntie Deen is a avid gardener, and she knows what she's talking about, so she offered to help us make a garden in our garden. Also, we needed it to be elevated above the pea line of the dogs.
Yes.
So she's doing like a raised garden bed thing.
She started off by just offering to, you know, build us a garden and start planting things for us, and it quickly escalated into like basically a self-sustaining piece of land.
When she mentioned it, like I got some fence posts ready and was just gonna build like a box on the floor, and then she was just like, no, bigger. Just bigger. Just bigger. And it's grown arms and legs, and now it's a whole thing.
And it's beautiful, and it's something that
cool.
we definitely wouldn't have done this without Auntie Deen's guidance or knowledge about gardening, because she's also picking which vegetables are going where and which ones grow well together. Anyways, we're really excited because Auntie Deen's been helping build that, and we've left, and so the next time we go back, we get to see what she will have done over the course of a month while we've been out of the country.
Words.
Are you using power tools, Auntie Deen?
No, I'm not using power tools right now because Pete was busy, and I was going to ask, and then I only had one more piece. This is weird, but I have one weird spot to try and fill, and if it doesn't work, at least I stubbornly tried.
You always stubbornly do things.
Man, okay, Pete, what do we do?
Yeah, they're both really hard workers. It's really cute to see. I've just put some potatoes in the air fryer so we can have baked potatoes on this miserable day with some hot beans and cheese, which might, in retrospect, be a horrible idea when we're stuck inside.
Got like crazy out there.
You guys look like you've had a day.
While Auntie Deen was here and we were still hanging out with her, she had the opportunity to take part in a willow sculpting class, which is so cool. It's not something that you see pop up regularly, and it was just a few villages over from where we are. So I dropped her off in the morning and picked her up in the afternoon. She had so much sun that day. It was the nicest day, probably the only nice day we had while she was still there. And she got to make an owl out of willow. And it was really cool. She had a great time.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a basket thing. It's just like, that's fairly straightforward, but the owl is just next level.
One of the other things she did while we were there is she took us to the garden center, or I guess I should say we took her to the garden center, and then she told us that she was going to treat us and buy us a bunch of herbs. And we just didn't expect that at all, because plants are expensive when they're already grown.
Yeah, when she said she was going to do stuff, I thought, we had a little thing of seeds that she can just plant.
Yeah, we picked up seeds because we thought, oh, that's what you need for a garden. But she's like, nope, I want to go and buy some herbs. So we went to the garden center and she had us rubbing the leaves and smelling the different plants and picking the ones that we liked the most.
These are hard to kill if you forget to water them.
And that was just a really nice day too, wasn't it? What was your favorite herb?
Oh, I think the mint one, that chocolate mint one that we got.
Good. I think that was my favorite smell, but I think the herb I'm most excited for is the rosemary because, oh, that's so cool. And we also got a bay leaf one, didn't we? Got a bay leaf plant. Yeah. And we make a lot of curry, so that's going to be really good.
My good boy.
So when my parents were visiting us, my dad and I broke the washing machine. It wasn't ideal. Tell them what you did.
I deconstructed it. I took out the metal drum on the inside with the intention of making a hillbilly fire pit. And it works. It works great, doesn't it?
It does. It's really cool.
So it's just like a metal drum inside, well, you know what a washing machine looks like. And then we're going to surround it with heat bricks and make it look a bit better than it does already, because it does look really hillbilly in our back garden.
But we quite like that it looks a bit hillbilly, because that's a bit Canadian, I guess.
And it annoys the neighbour. I know it annoys the neighbours, so that's great.
Yeah, it is really great. That was one of the last things we did before we packed and got on a plane to Canada. And if you're interested in seeing the adventures we're having in Canada and how we prepared our businesses to travel overseas with us for a month, then make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss those when they come out next week. If you want to keep binge watching our content, here's something we think you would like, and here's something YouTube thinks you would like.
Okay, bye.
Why am I sitting on this side?
I don't know, because we're the other side of the world, so
Oh, that's weird.
it's like flipped, isn't it?
It is.